Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Janderra. I'm Geraldine, and let's play Cashflow. That's the plan for Monday evenings. And I think again, technical glitch. Technical glitch. You got to love technical glitches, don't you? Let's take that out of the road. Because my system works that it's got a virtual CD-ROM drive, not a real legitimate one. And I've gone and, what's the word I'm looking for? My computer restarted. So it lost some of those connections. You just got to love that, don't you? And of course, I'm trying to do things on multiple screens just to confuse myself. Ah, dear. Actually, it's not so I can confuse myself. Confusing myself is definitely not my goal. Does seem to be what I'm reasonably good at doing. Well, again, I'm exaggerating. It's just if there's an easy way to do it, it usually doesn't work. Now, let's see if that's going to work for me. There we go. That's working. Let's see if we have some success here. There we go. We had success, I think. Oh, change the angle of that. Sorry. So again, I haven't got the music on, so...
Hello, my name is Robert Kiyosaki. I'm the author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and also the creator of the board game Cashflow. So I want to thank you for your interest in the board game Cashflow as well as this new electronic version of it. When I am asked why did I create this board game, I created it simply because I wanted to be able to find a way of teaching people the same important financial literacy and financial intelligence lessons my rich dad taught me. I had to find a way of compressing it, making it short, making it fun, to compress basically 30 years of education into one game board. So I'd like to explain why it was created and also the two main lessons you can learn from this game. Lesson number one is you'll learn how to be an investor. Today, all of us need to learn how to invest, especially with these flaky 401k and these risky mutual funds and the stock market going up and down. We all need to learn how to become investors. On the board game Cashflow, you will learn what very few people learn. You will learn about the 4 different levels of investor. Level number 1 is a small deal. And that's where most people should start at. As a little boy, I started investing in small real estate and small stock deals. Level 2 is the big deal. As you get more money and become more sophisticated as an investor in real life and on this board game, you do go to level 2, which is big deals. The third level is the level that the rich invest in. This is called the fast track. The 1933 Securities Exchange Act defined that only the people who are rich were allowed to invest on the fast track. You had to be a millionaire. And the fourth level is Cashflow 202, which uses the same game board to play that game. Cashflow 202 is what the sophisticated investors use. It's called technical trading, how to use insurance when you invest, how to make money when the market goes up and the market goes down. So those are the 4 basic lessons about investing you will learn by playing this game. 4 lessons that most people never even know exist. 4 levels of investing that most people have never heard about. So by playing this game, you will learn how to be an investor, you'll be introduced to the really complete world, the complete whole world of investing. That's one of the most important things you'll learn from this game. The second thing you will learn is you will learn how to use an income statement and balance sheet. In other words, you will learn to understand what accountants know. This year's income statement, this is the balance sheet. My rich dad said, if you want to be successful in the world of business and investing, you have to be financially literate. And financial literacy begins with this here. Rich Dad also said that, his banker has never once asked him for his report card. His banker never asked him if he had good grades or what school he went to. He says in the real world, once you leave school, what your banker asks you for is your financial statement. So the two important lessons you will learn from this game are, one is about the 4 levels of investing, and 2, the levels of accounting. Given all the problems we've had in the stock market lately, you'll realize that many of the analysts were giving bad financial advice because the analysts could not read a financial statement. They could not see the big companies actually lying and cheating the investing public. So that's why I created the board game Cash Flow. 2 main lessons. 1, the 4 levels of investing, and 2, the importance of financial literacy. Cash Flow is the only game that teaches you both lessons in one game. That's the power of the game. It's what my rich dad taught me, and that's why I'm excited about you taking a look at this game for yourselves.
And that's some of the reasons why I like to play it as well, so that people can actually learn these elements of financial literacy that we're just not taught. We're just not taught how this works. So tonight I'm actually going to do a computer player game, because I thought it'd be a bit different to actually play with a range of computer players. So the first thing you need to do is actually choose your dream, and then the game automatically assigns a profession for you. And we play the game. So the computer players have played off their retail debt. I actually meant to do that as well. I'll do that before it's my turn. So all of the computer players are have different professions. We've got an army officer. We've got a doctor. We've got a firefighter. And we've got a lawyer. So the first thing I'm going to do is the same thing the computer players did. I'm going to pay off my retail debt, because the retail debt's always got really high interest, and it's an easy way to get an extra $50 in your cash flow. So you can take it out of your expenses, auto sum that, and take it out of your liabilities. Playing with the computer players is a nice way to have a quick game too. I'm going to go with small deal because I only got $190. My T for you, today's price.
That investing isn't risky.
40, so I'm not investing in that.
There's always risk when you invest, but it doesn't mean you have to be risky. You don't have to be a risky investor. When you drive your car, there is risk, right?
Well, yeah,
But you don't have to be a risky driver. If you take a few lessons, practice, take it slow, you'll be a very good investor. There's always risk, but you won't be risky.
oh, I see.
So today's price is $5 a share. Zelia passed on the My T for you option. That's interesting. That is interesting. She's got a decent amount of money there, because that was a good deal. I've actually been playing around in the stock market a little bit lately. Even managed to make some money on options, which is nice. Managed to find some really nice NVIDIA calls options that have gone up quite nicely. To make of options that I did a couple of months ago that didn't go quite so nicely. Doodads. So doodads are things you just gotta do. Let's listen to what Robert's got to say.
The most exciting aspect of the rat race, and the reason so many people stay in the rat race all their lives, is this card here, doodads. Doodads are the things that make life worth living. For instance, having a nice car, nice clothes, nice watch, jewelry, going out to dinner, new stereo equipment. The problem with doodads is doodads keep most people broke. And this is why they buy doodads thinking they're assets, as it goes back to the financial statement here. In traditional accounting, you're allowed to count a doodad as an asset when it's really a liability. For example, let's say I buy a boat. Your banker will allow you to list your boat as an asset when it really is a liability. The reason people do that is because they've not been trained financially to actually read a financial statement. And many people think their house is an asset when it's really a liability. You know, when your banker says to you your house is an asset, your banker's not really lying to you. He's just not saying whose asset it is. Your house is really your bank's asset. So that's why the doodad card is so important. The way my rich dad taught me to enjoy the good things of life, because I don't believe in living frugally. I don't believe in living below my means. I don't believe in saving money. I believe first in buying assets, and then my assets will buy my doodads. That's how the rich do it. The middle class, unfortunately, and the poor, they buy doodads first and never have any money left over to buy assets. For example, a number of years ago, I wanted a new Porsche. I had $50,000 in cash on the savings line here. Instead of buying the Porsche with the cash, I went out and bought a piece of real estate. That piece of real estate then gave me the cash flow via which I could buy my Porsche. So today I have my Porsche, which is still a liability because I have upkeep on it, like insurance and repairs and tires and gasoline. But I also still have my piece of real estate, and in many ways I still have my $50,000. So the way you can buy all the doodads you want, all the wonderful toys of life, all you have to do is first buy assets first, doodads second. That's the way you get rich and enjoy the good life. I personally do not believe in living below my means, being frugal, or denying me the wonderful things that life offers me. If you want a boat, have your boat, but buy an asset first, boat second. And that's the secret to getting rich and having all the doodads you want, so you can keep up with the Joneses and pass them with cash flow.
The doodads are interesting. Computer player got a doodad? New speakers. I have to have a look at my options and my trading. So it looks like I might be going down a little bit before my expiry date. So I might need to look at selling my options. Oh, option. I have one option that's doing well at the moment. Baby. So in this game, you can have up to 3 babies by landing on that roll, and it increases your expenses, and it depends on which profession you've got as to how much you actually cost. Ah, here we go. That is a reasonably good deal. Problem is I'm going to have to borrow money for it. I think I might sell it to another player. No, I think I'm going to auction it. See what the other player's going to get me some money. I may not be able to actually afford to buy the actual asset, but I can sell it and get some cash that way. So it's a really good way to actually, oh, love it. I'm going to get a decent amount of capital out of this one. That was a good deal. So that's just added $2,000 to my cash flow, to my capital. Well, not $2,000. It's 1,300. So that was really good. Can be helpful to find deals and know people that want to buy them. Mutual fund? I'm not interested in mutual funds. It's actually part of the reason I'm setting up this game and playing with online once a week, is so that we can develop a bit of a community around ideas for different ways of generating an income. See what the market's doing. I probably should have read that for you guys. Hey, sorry. Jason pays back his credit card. Now Celia's got a spare time company, DTU. You may join a direct distribution company. Good products, low starting income, growth prospects for learners and leaders. No promises, but much opportunity. So let's see what Robert's got to say about that.
I'm often asked, why do I recommend network marketing, especially since I'm not in the network marketing business? And like many people, early on, I had a very negative or closed-minded attitude towards network marketing. But I've changed my mind. I've opened up the way that I think, and I've looked at the network marketing industry, and I find some things that are extremely beneficial, especially for people who are looking to make some changes from the E and the S over to the right side of the quadrant. One of the beauties of network marketing, it actually teaches the mental, emotional, and technical skills to be in the B quadrant. Because somebody in network marketing has the potential of building a system with over 500 people in it, plus unlimited income. The things that network marketing teaches you is the most important skill in the B quadrant is the ability to sell. One of the reasons I worked for the Xerox Corporation when I got out of the Marine Corps was to learn how to sell. My rich dad said, if you're going to be in the business quadrant and become big business, you must learn how to sell or communicate to employees, to specialists, to investors to raise capital, as well as to my customers. So communication or sales skills are essential for somebody in the B quadrant. And the network marketing industry, not all of them, but some of them have excellent training programs to teach you how to sell, how to communicate, how to build businesses. The other thing that's beautiful about the network marketing industry, it teaches you self-confidence. Because the reason many people are not good in the B quadrant is they're afraid of rejection. And network marketing teaches you to handle your own fears, overcome your fear of rejection, and build that self-confidence. And that's essential for the B quadrant. Also, it gives you time. In the real world, when I worked for Xerox as an employee for 4 years, if I didn't sell, I was fired. The beauty of network marketing industry is they'll work with you. You can take as much time as you like to develop those skills. As your skills increase, so does your income. Take 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. It takes time to develop those skills. The network marketing industry gives the education and the time to build that self-confidence. Once you have your business up, the reason the cash flow game is so important, and you have all this excess money coming from your business, then you can invest your money into real estate and stocks and bonds. And that's what the cash flow game teaches you how to do, is how to be a successful and proficient investor, especially an investor on the fast track. The fast track is where the rich invest. So the beauty of network marketing, it works really hand in hand. It builds you up, teaches you how to increase your income, builds your self-confidence, and then the cash flow game teaches you how to invest. And that's why I recommend network marketing, and that's why I work hand in hand with so many of those businesses.
So yes, the company that I've linked in with have a fantastic range of products, and I have a excellent training system to be able to add people into, as well as an excellent support network. So Plex Buyer offers 40,000 per unit for 4 plexes, 8 plexes and duplexes. You can always pause the game and have a read of the screen if you want to. I should be reading it out for you, shouldn't I? Okay, so big or small deal. I'm going to go. How much money has everybody got? It's got 1,000, so not much. 1,000. 1,000. I'm looking on here at the cash in hand. And the lawyer's got 6,000. So I'm going to stick with small deals. Condo for sale. Go with 200. Nah, no one wanted to buy that one. It's not a very good deal. So that one's negative 24% ROI, may sell for 45 to 65,000. So the cost is 60,000. So there's not a lot of capital gains to be made, and there's negative cash flow. So this is not a good deal. I would have been surprised if anyone had taken it. Because the whole aim of the game is to get your passive income higher than your expenses. So preferred stock, 2 Big Power, high yield preferred shares of major domestic electric power company, dividends and share prices fixed at a fair level by state utility. Today's price is 1,200 and the trading range doesn't change. And the interest is $10 a month, which is dodgy. I need to get working a lot harder than that. And all the computer players passed as well.
Good job.
Opportunity. On to entertainment. Today's price is 30. Trading range is 10 to 30. Div to you utility. This highly profitable utility company has a proven track record for providing dividends to shareholders. Today's price is 50. The interest is $1. Automated business. That's a really good one. So clearly, no? Who had money? Oh, Michelle. Michelle doesn't have any money now because she just bought that deal. That's okay. We'll go with small deal. Find a great deal, 132% return on investment.
My stockbroker says that investing in real estate is risky.
What else would you expect a stockbroker to say about real estate? Why don't you ask the real estate broker, what do you think about stocks?
Well, I wouldn't do that because he doesn't handle stock. Oh, got it.
Even if I'd had to borrow from the bank, that would have been a really good deal. Because the cost is down low, and so is the down payment, and it's got really good cash flow. And I just got offered 90,000 for that. I think I'm going to sell the property because that's going to give a nice little bit of, that's going to give me some capital to be able to get some bigger deals with. You can't control the market. All you can control is when you buy and what you buy. Now, one thing this game's really taught me is not to worry about missing out on stuff, because there's always another deal. Buy offers 35,000 per units. Previously it was 40,000, so that varies a fair bit. I'm going to get an opportunity, and because I've got over 50,000, I'm actually going to go for big deals. This is not a good deal for me, but I will auction it off, see if anybody else wants it. Nope, they didn't want it at that price anyway. Let's see. Yep, can't auction that off. Can't. Good capital gains on that one, but they've got to have the cash, because there's no. Because there's no cash flow on that one. Inflation goes 10%, interest rates climb to 20% on home loans. So you know the player, if you own now, the bank forecloses. Oh, that's always nasty. Well, it wouldn't have affected me because it wasn't my card. I'm going to go with a big deal. See, 28% ROI. So it's not tragic. Like, that would actually get me out of the rat race. But I don't want to do that because I'd have such a low income in the fast track. But it's not a tragic deal. Let's see if anyone wants to buy it. Nope. No one's interested. Yeah. 28% ROI. I think it's a tough call. I think I'm going to borrow just to make it so that I don't get chucked out of the rat race too early. Put that down into liabilities and that into expenses. And I'm going to buy the opportunity.
Someone's about to get out of the rat race.
It's actually really easy to get the janitor out of the rat race. You would think having the lower income that it would be harder, but it's actually not. That's a good deal, that one. Celia bought that one for 20,000. She did a lot better on that than actually, no. I did better on that one. The 20,000 I paid. Oh no, I paid 40,000. She paid 20,000 for the same, for a slightly less. So Charity, you get to use one or two dice for 3 turns. Can really help you to collect more cash flow.
There you go.
Downsized.
I want to talk about another word, again, vocabulary, a new word that sort of crept into our society in the last 20 years. That word is downsizing. So question is, when you look at the cash flow quadrant, the employee, self-employed, or small business, business owner, investor, who does the word downsizing affect the most? And in this case, it's the employee, because the reason employees are afraid of the word downsizing is the truth of the matter is today there is no job security. And I go back to my poor dad always saying to me, go get a safe, secure job. Well, that was a good idea in his time, but not my time. So all of a sudden, all these people who did as they were told, they went to school, had good scholastic grades or good professional grades, they're a lot of afraid now because they're not in control. So downsizing affects these people. One of the beauties of the cash flow game is even though you're downsizing, you'll soon find on the game that even if you're downsized, you're not out of the game because you're still investing. So the purpose of the cash flow game is to train you with the business skills to become business owners and investors. So keep playing this game. Even if you're downsized, you'll find out that even as an investor, you're still in the game. So downsizing only affects employees who do really have no control because their boss is in control. And it affects people with 401ks, again, because they have no control of their mutual funds. So the purpose of this game is to have you not be afraid of that new word called downsizing.
Condo for sale. Parents selling 2-1 condo for their child's college town. 42% ROI. It's only it's $4,000 down payment, and the cash flow is $140. The cost is $40,000. And she bought women's promotion. That was a good deal. Doodads. Life's niceties. Bed and breakfast, 40% ROI. Cash flows 1,000. Yeah, I'm going to have to borrow 10,000 for this one. Yep, that shouldn't get me out of the rat race.
Good job. You can always pay off the bank loan later.
So that was a very good deal, that one. It's going to be very close to getting out of the rat race. So Celia's DTU company has just increased by her income by $200 a month. Always nice. One thing I really like about network marketing is if you want to actually earn more money, you just talk to more people. So my tea for you, electronics, high inflation leads to poor share prices. So today's price is 5. Trading rate's 5.
I'm often asked, what should I invest in? before I answer that question, I'd like to go back again to the basics of financial literacy or financial intelligence. This here is an income statement and balance sheet, also called a financial statement. My poor dad was a man who thought a high-paying job or a salary was everything in life. My rich dad, on the other hand, said the asset column was more important. So my rich dad trained me to become an investor in the assets. And what he taught me is there's three basic types of assets that you can invest in. The reason my wife and I could retire young and retire rich is we didn't have a job. Instead, we spent our lives developing assets over here. So these are the three assets that are available in the world of business today or investing. One is a business. Second is real estate. Third is paper. In my opinion, the reason there are so many people, the reason there's so few business owners is because of all the asset classes. This is the toughest one. It takes the most mental, emotional, and physical power to acquire. That's why guys like Bill Gates or Michael Dell, they built great big businesses. That's why they became so rich. Real estate is number two. In our real estate investment project, the 6 steps to becoming a successful real estate investor, there's more to real estate than just buying it. There's managing it, financing it. So all those 6 steps are important. The third class is paper. In my opinion, and people will debate this, the reason the masses of people are in paper assets as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, is because this is, of all the asset classes, this is the easiest one to get in, also the easiest one to get out of. It takes the least so-called financial training to acquire and manage. So right now, as you sit and look at this program right here, Rich Dad's Cash Flows game is designed to give you the fundamentals that you can make the choice for yourself, whether you want to acquire businesses, real estate, and paper. Many people say I'm a real estate person. That's inaccurate. I have businesses, real estate, and paper. And so each one all of them require some degree of financial education or financial literacy. Of all of them, though, this is the one that requires the least.
It's very important to learn the basics of how financial systems work. Go for us. Today's price is 30. Trading range is 10 to 30. I'm going to leave this $2. Car needs new tires. Onto Entertainment, new director of movie acquisition, brings revived prospects to share price. Today's price is 20, trading range is 10 to 30, and no dividend or yield. Okay for you? Low inflation leads to high share prices for this long-time maker of medicines. Today's price is $20 a share, trading range 5 to 40. These $2 because I'm still got my charity things. How much money has everyone got? Pittance. Oh, it's got 11,000. Not much. And not much. So I'll stick with small deal. 10 acres of rural land. I'm going to pass on that deal.
That's the way to do it.
It does have some nice capital gains. And if I was playing the doctor, I would have bought that one. downsized. That spanner works. Buyer offered 110,000 for 3-2 rental. I sold one earlier in the game for 90, so that price changes. Starting a new software company is always interesting, or an inventing company. It's a bit expensive to start up, but it can make it later in the game. It's my first child. See, some of the other players have got their child expenses as 380. Mine's only 70. Widget company buyer. Now, who bought that before? Jason bought that before, and it's Jason's card too. So he's just been offered 50,000 for his widget company. I don't think he actually took it. No, he didn't. He didn't sell his widget company. That's a bit bizarre. I don't know why he didn't sell it. Shopping mall wanted. Did we listen to this?
I'm often asked, what should I invest in? Before I answer that question, I'd like to go back again to the basics of financial literacy or financial intelligence. This here is an income statement and balance sheet, also called a financial statement. My poor dad was a man who thought a high-paying job or a salary was everything in life. My rich dad, on the other hand, said the asset column was more important. So my rich dad trained me to become an investor in the assets. And what he taught me is 3 basic types of assets that you can invest in. The reason my wife and I could retire young and retire rich is we didn't have a job. Instead, we spent our lives developing assets over here. So these are the 3 assets that are available in the world of business today or investing. One is a business. Second is real estate. Third is paper. In my opinion, the reason there are so many people, the reason there's so few business owners is because of all the asset classes. This is the toughest one. It takes the most mental, emotional, and physical power to acquire. That's why guys like Bill Gates or Michael Dell, they built great big businesses. That's why they became so rich. Real estate is number 2. In our real estate investment project, the 6 steps to becoming a successful real estate investor, there's more to real estate than just buying it. There's managing it, financing it. So all those 6 steps are important. The third class is paper. In my opinion, and people will debate this, the reason the masses of people are in paper assets as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, is because this is, of all the asset classes, this is the easiest one to get in, also the easiest one to get out of. It takes the least financial training to acquire and manage. So right now, as you see and look at this program right here, Rich Dad's Cash Flows game is designed to give you the fundamentals that you can make the choice for yourself, whether you want to acquire businesses, real estate, and paper. Many people say I'm a real estate person. That's inaccurate. I have businesses, real estate, and paper. And so all of them require some degree of financial education or financial literacy. Of all of them, though, this is the one that requires the least.
The player bought 5 shares. I think I'm actually going to pay off my debt and get out of the rat race. No, maybe not. That may not have been enough to get me out. That should have gotten me out. I wonder if I changed the settings somewhere in the game. Definitely, I don't know. Could sell it, but I'm not going to, I don't think, because I'm going to keep the business because I don't want to lose the... Yes, now I'm out of the rat race. I thought it was waiting for my turn. So increase my monthly cash flow by 50,000 to win. And this is one of the reasons why I don't like getting out of the rat race too early, because I don't have 300,000. So I've got to increase my cash flow by 50,000 or land on my dream and be able to buy it. Okay, for you drug companies, high interest rates cause poor share prices. Today's price 10, trading range 5 to 40. It is important when you're looking at those things to actually look at the fundamentals of the actual business and the company. Make sure that they're not having financial issues for a reason. See, I don't really have enough money to be buying that one. Start a part-time company.
Congratulations. That was a good deal.
I bought KFC. IT for you, today's price is $1. So trade war panic leads to record low share prices of this home electronic market seller. Now, this is actually something that we've pretty much been having in our stock market at the moment with all the tariff trade war issues. It's created some really big opportunities. Celia bought the house. Not enough. Older 2-1 combo. Cost is 55,000. Down payment is 5,000. Reasonable amount of room for capital gains, but it's still positive cash flow. And it gets the starter direct to your company. Direct out can actually be a really good opportunity for kids with ASD because it gives them an opportunity to learn people skills, and it gives them an opportunity to get a job. Well, it's not a job, they get to start a business, but they're in business for themselves but not by them. And when there's a good training system in place, the kids will learn how to actually manage a business, how to do everything, and they can do it in their time. Split level 3-2 house out and out of the way golf course offered by the heirs of the owner. Negative 12% ROI. Down payment is $10,000 and the cash flow is negative 100. Cost is 115,000. So that's not good cash flow, not good capital gains. Certificate of deposit. Everyone passed on that opportunity. Divorced. It's not good for the bank account. Not good for the heart either. But it can be a really good idea to play this game with somebody you're planning on getting involved with because it helps you to understand how they think. You might discover that they're a real risk taker and you prefer to take things more safely. Not enough cash. Because with your head, your heart, and your wallet. My TVU, I think somebody bought 1,000 shares in that one. It was $1 a share, didn't they? Yep. Jason just sold his My TVU shares and he's now got $30,000. $30,000. alone. Okay for you. Market panic causes crash in the share of long-time maker of medicines. Today's price is $1. Trading range is 5 to 40. It's fairly late in the game for one of those. There's a really nice cut at the beginning of the game. Apartment house for sale. 2 buildings totaling 24 units for sale. Owner managed with an on-site assistant. Retirement prompt sale. 54% return on investment. That may sell for $600,000 to $960,000. The cost is $575,000, so there's heaps of capital gains available there. Down pay $75,000. Cash flows $3,400. Jason just didn't have the amount of money for that. I was able to buy my dream. So I won the game. No one else had even gotten out of the rat race. So that's the cash flow game. I hope you have enjoyed watching that tonight, and I appreciate you joining me. Yeah, if you would like to be a part of my Facebook community, where I share different things on personal development or business related things, or things like that, then I've got a private Facebook group. Let's see if I can find the link for you. I'll have the link down in the description, but I'll also pop it up on the screen. It's a bit small, isn't it? Let's get that a bit bigger for you. So there's the QR codes. So if you want to find out a bit more about the various businesses that I do, so I've got a monetized YouTube channel. I've got a print-on-demand business as well as a network marketing business, and a few other things on the side. So, but in the business group, I share things on personal development and things that I've used to help me to be able to cope with difficult situations to increase my resilience. So in the business Facebook group, I share topics on personal development as well as business related. The health, I share information on products that can help improve your health and your vitality that have actually personally helped me significantly. And then the other one is I do party plan with the products that I sell. So I get together with some friends, play with some lovely products, either skincare or bathroom or weight management, and just have some fun and get some free stuff. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed tonight. And if you are interested in any information on the business stuff, please let me know. Send me put a comment in the below, and I'll have the actual links in the description of this video. So have a great one. Bless you. And remember, where is it? Let's make a difference together. Because it's all about making a difference. And remember, you're either green and growing or you're ripe and rotting. Bless you.